Well, after a very anxious period of uncertainty, Purdue football fans were able to calm down when Jeff Brohm confirmed he would, in fact, remain as the Boilermakers head coach. Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. Well, public reports that Brohm would bail after 2 seasons and return to his alma mater and his hometown, Louisville, proved to be false in days after beating rival Indiana in the old Oaken Bucket game and securing a second straight bowl appearance. Brohm affirmed his commitment to stay in West Lafayette. And joining us today to provide perspective is longtime Purdue insider and the publisher of goldenblack.com, Alan Karpick. And Alan, always great to see you again.
Always great to be with you.
And it was an anxious time there. This all boiled up, no pun intended, before the Indiana game, and then was resolved shortly thereafter when Jeff said he was going to stay.
It was never a dull moment. I think the thing that was most interesting about it is Jeff Brohm talked publicly about his commitment to Purdue a couple of weeks before, when a lot of the noise, as he called it, came out. And in the end of the day, he was able to commit to that and stay with it. And I think it's Purdue fans, you've known it long, been around him a long time. It was very nervous because they thought, oh, here he goes. We finally got somebody that's really great, and he's going to leave. He didn't, and that has been, Purdue sat on the precipice, right on the cliff. He ends up staying, all as well. If he'd have left, it would have been a difficult amount of damage control to deal with.
And after the Darrell Hazel and Danny Hope period, and certainly that was a very difficult time for Purdue, but everybody now is so enthusiastic, and the program just seems like it has so much energy and enthusiasm behind it.
Well, as we know, sports is about enthusiasm and having the ability to bring that to the core four. I mean, he does that as well as everybody. There's a lot of sizzle in this steak, so to speak, and I think Purdue has that momentum going forward. It's still not a finished product. I mean, the roster still could use a couple more years of seasoning, but when you're going to play Auburn in a bowl game where you might have 10 or 15,000 fans or even more come, there's a lot of excitement. You beat Indiana and you beat Ohio State. That's all good news to Purdue fans.
There was an additional Louisville tie, of course, and his name is Rondale Moore. And this kid is fantastic, freshman of the year and all Big Ten receiver, just a tremendous kid. But perhaps if Brohm had left, he might have left too?
Yeah, I think he might have, but that's the good thing too, because there was as much, maybe not quite as much, but almost as much angst about the fact that Rondale Moore might not be playing at Purdue, and the fact that he's going to, he's the kind of guy you have to see in person. So Jeff Brohm and company, season ticket sales are up 45% in 2 years. This is a guy you've got to see. It's must-see television, but must-see football in Ross-Ade Stadium too.
Leadership, and Jeff Brohm's talked about that. Mitch Daniels, your president of the Board of Trustees, Mike Berghoff, and Mike Babinski, your athletic director. I mean, that was also key for Jeff Brohm.
Well, I think it's all, having it all in sync at the right time, and a guy like Jeff Brohm can look at that situation and say, I'm not going to find a better situation. He may be going someplace down the road. I mean, he's a rising star in coaching, but I think he also sees the value of where Purdue is right now, and for the next X number of years, you can grow it big time and do big things at Purdue, and that's where I think that Jeff Brohm found it very, very hard to turn that down.
Quickly, let's look ahead. December 28th, Music City Bowl against Auburn, and again, that's a great opportunity for Purdue fans just to 4 hours down the highway.
You absolutely couldn't have had a better bowl game for Purdue and fans, and again, to build that, continue that interest. And Jeff Brohm takes bowl games seriously. I expect Purdue to play well, and it's going to be in front of a lot of Purdue fans.
And as we close, not coincidentally, with the rise and resurgence of Purdue football, goldenblack.com is also, your subscription rates way up, right?
All good, and the fact is we can do all the good content in the world, but if there's excitement about the program, it doesn't hurt.
All right, well, Al, great to see you. Thanks for making the trip.
Always enjoy
Best luck to you.
All right,
Gary,
thank you.
Back to you.